care about this. You talk too much about me.
Good morning, y'all. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning when I filmed this, so let's go. First, I'm going to start off by taking my MAC Prep and Prime primer. It is a natural radiance primer. It leaves a little bit of gold reflex in your skin, and I really like this primer, so that's why I use it a lot. I did one eyebrow off camera, and I'm going to show you how I did my other one. First, I'm going to start off with my NYX eyebrow powder pencil in the shade Natural Brown. I'm going to start outlining my eyebrows, starting with the bottom first. I was really in a need for a eyebrow wax when I filmed this, so do not mind my eyebrows. I just tried my best to get a good shape. I'm going to start filling my eyebrows in, starting from the tail. And you want to make sure your eyebrows are proportionate. So I'm going to start off and take my pencil in the front to make the little, natural fading. I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Chestnut. And I'm going to outline my eyebrows. You got to be very careful with this too, because you do not want to get any concealer on your brows, so it messes it up. And I'm going to start blending in that concealer and blending it down to my eye to start prepping. I did one eye off camera, and I used two different palettes. I used the NYX Perfect Filter palette and the Wet n Wild Rose in the Air palette. So first I'm going to take this pearly kind of white shade from the NYX palette, and I'm going to go in the Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to start with this light orange shade and put that in my crease. The pearl shade, I put that on my eyebrow bone because I really liked how it looked, and it gave my eyebrow the perfect highlight that I needed. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush and start blending it out. Then I'm going to take this rusty orange shade from the Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to start deepening up my crease as much as possible. Put that on top of the light orange shade. Taking that same brush, I'm going to blend it out as much as I can. Going into the NYX palette, I'm going to take this kind of red cranberry shade and start defining my eye using that same brush. That brush that I got, I had a whole palette that came with it, but I kind of lost some of the brushes. I bought it at Macy's. Nothing special, nothing expensive. So I'm going to blend. Blending is the key to when you want a perfect eye look. Now I'm going to take this really brightish cranberry-ish shade from the Wet n Wild palette. These two palettes are kind of similar, but I'm going to use my finger and pack that onto my lid area. Just to give it that little nice color and gradient effect that I was going for. I'm going to start with eyeliner. I'm using my Wet n Wild H2O liquid eyeliner. And I just started, outlining my eye first. If you guys want me to, I'll do a whole separate video on winged liner, because it's kind of hard to explain on how I do it. Like, I just outline my eye because I have almond shaped eyes. And it's kind of hard to do a perfect wing. Like, you don't want to go too thick or too thin because it's going to really look weird no matter, like, if the wing is not proportionate to your face, like, or to my face. My face is very weird. And I flexed that liner. So now I'm going to use my NYX Double Stacked Mascara. I love this mascara. It is holy grail because I already have short lashes, and it just clumps my lashes together the way I want it to, honey. I love it. Yeah, I love this eyelash so much. Now I'm going to use my Ardell Glamour Pack lashes and my Dark Tone Duo Glue. I was blowing on that lash till I couldn't breathe. So I'm going to carefully put that as close to my lash line as possible. That's why I kind of wear eyeliner a lot, because eyeliner kind of guides me as to where I'm going to put my eyelashes. And the eyeliner also kind of like, hides like your natural skin color or the eyeshadow, so it looks like eyelashes underneath. So when you put mascara blending it in, it looks like your real lashes. So that's kind of the point of me wearing eyeliner and stuff like that. So I'm going to take that card from the eyelashes and just, try to set those eyelashes as much as I can so they don't move. So like I mentioned before, I'm going to take my mascara again and just put that underneath the fake lashes where my real lashes are and blend that in. Yo, I got mascara in my eye. That kind of burned. And then guess what? My eye started watering, bruh. I really was not trying to make that makeup mess up. Nope. Not today. I was looking good today for a reason. You feel me? Like, no. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Poreless Primer, starting off with the face. It gives my face a very nice silicone base to work with. Hides all my pores and gives me like a nice canvas to use. And I'm just going to be rubbing that out my face. I cannot speak today, y'all. Do not mind me. So starting off with my foundation, I'm going to take the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation in shade 360. And I'm going to take a flat foundation brush and, just use that to apply the foundation to my big ass face. This foundation, I really like it. It's kind of semi-coverage, but I like it. So I'm going to take a damp Real Technique sponge and start blending that in. Naturally, I always blend in fast. I don't know why. I always blend in my foundation really fast. I start tapping like fucking... What is that thing called? Yo, I really do not remember that animal. But anyway, like a fucking... I don't remember. Anyway, I'm just going to blend the foundation all over my face and to my neck. Because I'm two-toned. I have like 2 different skin tones going on in my skin. Like my face is lighter than my neck. It's kind of weird. Taking that same concealer I used for my eyebrow, I'm going to start concealing under my eyes and highlighting too as well. Hide those bags. Because I did not sleep when I filmed this. Because I had to be somewhere really early in the morning. And I knew my lazy ass was not going to get up. You feel me? So taking the tip of my Real Technique sponge, I'm just going to blend underneath my eyes. Oh, just a trick, if you guys did not notice, I didn't put any foundation under my eyes. I kind of left that open and left that for the concealer to do its job. So I'm going to continue blending that out. I always go over, especially with concealer, I always go over blending again. Like, concealer, I always make sure I blend it out. So it kind of gets that gradient effect on my face. Where it's like regular face and then like a little bit of highlight going on and then back to the regular. You feel me? So I always make sure I go in and blend that concealer to blend it into the foundation. And it looked flawless. So I'm mixing 2 powders today. I'm taking my Laura Mercier powder and my Black Radiance translucent powder. I use the Black Radiance translucent powder underneath my eyes. And I'm kind of very iffy about the Black Radiance translucent powder because I noticed that when I put it on my nose that day, my nose started breaking out with oils already. The product only lasted, let's say, 4 hours out of the day before the oil started coming. But I noticed it worked really good under my eyes. My fault. So I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder and I'm going to start setting the sides of my face, so where I contour is going to be nice and clean. I'm going to take my Black Radiance True Complexion palette. This is my contour palette. I don't even know why the shade that I use to contour is always breaking, and I do not drop it, nothing. I notice how ugly it looks, so do not mind my face. I'm going to take that Sculpt shade in the Zade palette, and I'm going to put that under my eyes where I put the concealer. And just to take away that ashy ass look, I'm going to take my Physicians Formula hashtag Insta Ready setting spray. Just, melt that makeup in and taking that same eyelash card, and then just going to fan my face to make sure the setting spray is drying down nicely. And it doesn't just dry down and my face feels kind of like hard. Because I noticed that sometimes the setting spray does that. So I always like have a fan or, something to dry my face off a little bit, I'm going to go back into the NYX palette. And I'm going to basically just take all the shades that I used on my eyes and put that on my lower lash line. That's basically what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to really go into explanation of what I did. I'm going to take my new favorite Black Radiance blush. This is in Toasted Almond. And what I like about this blush is that it gives my face a little, my fault, I dropped it. It gives my face a little bit of glow. So if I wanted not to wear highlight, I do not have to. But the highlight in the Black Radiance contour palette, oh my god, I live for it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that highlight on the high points of my cheeks, do the little exclamation point on my nose, my cupid's bow, and above my eyebrows, honey. Because that shade in that contour palette that I use from Black Radiance is so good. I'm also gonna put a little bit of the highlighting shade on the inner corners of my eyes and kind of start blending that out. Did you feel me? So I felt a little bit extra, so I took this NYX Lingerie Eye Tint in the shade Nude to Me, and I'm just gonna, put that on my inner corners, and I blend it out with my finger, just to make sure everything's nice and blended. And I'm going to take that same Physicians Formula setting spray and, set my face again, melt everything in, make sure everything is nice and locked in and does not move. I do not remember the name of the shade, but I outlined my lips with a brown lip pencil, and I'm going to take this NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick. It's like a mauve shade. Like, it looks really good. I love that nude lipstick. That's the only nude lipstick that looks good on me. But anyway, this is a finished look, guys. I really enjoyed making this look. Like, it looked really good on me, and I loved it. But anyway, see you guys on the next one. Oh, and before I go, make sure y'all asses follow me on Snapchat, screenshot that, and add my makeup page on Instagram. Y'all better follow me. Love you.